By Senator Patterson.
Thank you, Madam President. My question is to the Minister representing the Prime Minister, Senator Wong. Reports in The Australian last week revealed extremist group Hizb ut-Tahrir had issued a press release, which has since been deleted, which praised Hamas' 7 October attacks and urged neighbouring Muslim countries to attack and eliminate Israel. This comes after the UK government prescribed Hizb ut-Tahrir as a terrorist organisation in January. What steps has the Australian government taken to investigate the listing of Hizb ut-Tahrir as a terrorist organisation here?
Thank you, Senator Patterson. Minister Wong.
Thank you. First, I hope all of us would stand as one in condemning the hateful comments by the members of Hizb ut-Tahrir. There is no place in Australia for such disgraceful statements or the glorification of terrorism. In relation to the listing, as the senator would know, and having been, or perhaps still is, I'm sorry, I can't recall, a member of the Parliamentary Joint Committee on Intelligence and Security, you would understand the process by which advice is provided to government and to Parliament through the Statutory Committee about whether to list organisations, and I certainly wouldn't propose to speculate publicly about that process, nor would he expect it. But it does take me to a broader point about social cohesion. We all know that the conflict in Gaza, whether from October 7th, and as Senator Cash said, the largest loss of life, Jewish life since the Holocaust, or the tens of thousands, including tens of thousands of civilians who have died since, has been horrific. It has been horrific, and it is deeply distressing for so many in the Australian community, and it is incumbent upon us all to try and ensure that conflict is not imported here, both in word and deed, and in how we speak about one another. So all of us should join in condemning the words that Senator Patterson outlined, just as we should also ensure that we continue to advocate and press for peace in a region which has known so much loss of life and so much conflict.
Thank you, Minister. Senator Patterson, first supplementary.
Thank you, President. Reports by 60 Minutes last month showed how Hizb ut-Tahrir had sought to recruit and radicalise students on our campuses, infiltrating pro-Palestinian protests to push anti-Semitic narratives and fan division. Will the government commit to taking other urgent action to address the crisis of anti-Semitism in Australia, which is undermining our social cohesion, and support our Jewish communities at their time of greatest need?
Minister Wong.
First, can I just also, in relation to the primary, remind Senator Patterson that the Coalition repeatedly rejected listing Hizb ut-Tahrir as a terrorist organisation when you were in government. In 2017, the then Attorney-General, Senator Brandis, rejected listing it based on the strong view of ASIO that it did not fit the definition of a terrorist organisation in the Criminal Code. The Leader of the Opposition has also affirmed that the government relies on the advice of our intelligence and security agencies, which is precisely what is being done in this manner. And I will take the interjections from Senator Ruston. If Senator Ruston thinks she knows better than our security and intelligence agencies when it comes to these matters, then perhaps she should stand up and say that. I, for one, think we look to the advice of those who are engaged and working to keep Australians safe about how best to do that, rather than making cheap political shots like that one.
Thank you, Minister. And I do remind you, Minister, to make your comments to the chair. Senator Patterson, second supplementary.
Thank you, President. The Sunday Herald Sun reported yesterday that Hizb ut-Tahrir had moved its UK operations to Australia in the wake of their ban in that country. Will the Albanese government stop Australia becoming a safe haven for this extremist organisation by joining our allies by listing Hizb ut-Tahrir as a terrorist organisation?
Thank you, Senator Patterson. Minister Wong. Minister Wong.
Thank you. Well, I again refer to my earlier answer, which is, and again I'll take Senator Ruston's comments. She seems to think she knows more than our intelligence agencies. You know, I might have a view about, and others might have a view about, perhaps approaching this with a little more respect for the experts who advise us. But what I would say, this is not a political issue. This is a security issue. This is an intelligence issue. This is not an issue that is about party politics, and Senator Patterson knows that. He's been part of these processes. Well, he knows. Well, and I have addressed the substance. I have addressed the substance, which is, we condemn the hateful comments. There's no place in Australia for this. We continue to take advice, as you did. We continue to take advice, as you did, from our security and intelligence agencies about
thank you,
whether
Minister.
to
The
list
time for answering
organisations.
has expired.